And yes, welcome back here to the National still. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have our best of 3 series in between SEO, STI, E-Olympians versus Laos Auto Group, Playbook, Esports, Eagles. So still, we're gonna be your shoutcasters. My name is Rob Luna.
And ako si Mainland, and we are very sorry for the inconvenience na dinanas nyo. May mga kailangan lang tayong icing technical difficulties. But now, we are on the way for the third game of this series. Grabe naman yung batuhan dito ng ating mga picks and bans.
Yes. So, eto medyo na-open ngayon dito yung Masha gameplay natin. But, I think that's gonna be a Kilowash hero. So, ngayon, pinili niya ngayon na hindi mag-Bane dito. Meanwhile, on the side dito ng STI is Grok, Tamus, and as well with the Granger. Oh, and dito na naman yung Chang'ong natin. I mean, Chang'e, which is kanina, ang gumamit nito. Actually, sila gumamit nito. Sila Exort. Oo. So, anyway, yun nga, ladies and gentlemen, it took actually a while, na makabalik dito, going game number 3. Pero ito, action-pack na to, tuloy-tuloy na to, and also going on to our third series of the day in between Happy Pete Emperors versus PLDT Smart Omega.
Yep, grabe first time ko makita to yung Kufra na nasa second phase.
Medyo parang unorthodox. Kung di ba kanina ang nangyari sa picking nila, Grok, Kufra, tapos Tamus. So ngayon napunta yung Kufra kasi medyo kinapitalize nila dito. Talagang pinili dito ng Eagles na kunin talaga yung Masha in between with the high loss. So kung makita natin dito, early game advantage most likely gonna be going towards dito sa STI. It's all because they have this kind of lineup na meron silang Selena na once na nag-capitalize on the early game, talaga ma-hold nila to going to mid game. Tapos meron pa silang Granger na much better than for an early game advantage over the Claude dito ng mga Eagles. But yun na nga mga kaibigan, we have here both yung draft natin midnight. Going into the draft, medyo mabilis lang. Who would you actually pick in favor
for
ngayon?
Me, I really like the draft composition of STI Olympians just because of the fact na meron silang Selena and Granger dito sa kanilang lineup. Kasi if you think about how LPE wants to execute team fights, it's very much oriented, it's very much revolving around the team fight ultimates that they have. Yung Chang'e nila alongside the Hylos, kailangan nila i-utilize nila yan for their power or for their timings. Ngayon, STI Olympians, eto na naman yung yung dala ng isang Selena. Kapag tinamahan ka kasi ng araw, tapos na yung laban. And the thing about this pick-off from STI Olympians, every single target na makukuha nila, it's very important for the team fight presence ng LPE. So if makapag-shutdown ka lang ng isang importanteng hero sa side ng LPE, you effectively have a lot of space for you to be able to get farm and look for the next engagement.
Yes, definitely. Pero ito, actually, looking at din dito sa actually, I've been favoring din dito. Gonna be the STI. Pero, ladies and gentlemen, nandito na ngayon tayo sa ating game number 3. Pareha sila dito, 1-1 in between STI, E-Olympians versus the Eagles. So, a rundown siguro natin muna dito. Midnight, Grok, dito gagamitin ni Cripso. Nixo will be on the Tamus. Lembot naman, gagamit dito ng Granger. Jeff Cutie forever on the Kufra, and still, Yuji on the Selena.
And on the right side, you have LPE, Lasty sa kanyang Hylos, Kilowash as the Masha, Jay with the Kaja, Rio on the Chang'e, and Exort as the Claude.
Yes. Ang iniisip ko dito, medyo mahirap na Masha play to be honest.
Oh,
why?
Yeah,
kasi dalawa yung may arrival, plus mabilis yung wave clear dito ng STI. It's something to note din pagka gumagamit ka ng Masha is you would like na ship yung attention ng mga kalaban mo sa isang lane for you to be able to do a split push. Tapos there's also a good possibility din na pwede ka tumalon into team fights basta-basta. Pero ito, look at that. Pagkakaroon tayo ng unang laban dito, Jeff Cutie forever dito, hinahabol nila si medyo makunat pa nga naman din. Sino nga kaya yung unang mamamatay? But that's it. Jeff Cutie forever will be the first blood dito, mga kaibigan.
This is a really nice punish from LPE. They realize that this lane is very weak from SEO. That's why they're diving under the turret here. Makakapatid ba si UG? Oh, nahuli ni Granger si Masha sa may top lane. Pero ito na nga, nakuha na ni Claude yung kill kay Selena. Going more.
They're diving
more kills dito yung LPE. Pero Jeff Cutie forever with the punish, bouncing ball. And si Exort mapapahamak dito. Meron naman siyang BMI and makakaalis siya dito. Wala pang level 4. Si Cripso no Mercy. Tamang sayaw muna. Exort, bumalik pa siya. Bumalik pa siya sa kamatayan niya.
Well, to be honest, matatamaan din talaga siya. Nung power of nature, that's the reason na bumalik siya to the BMI. So wala rin talaga siyang takas doon. The only good thing na pwede natin i-take note doon sa nangyari, yung revitalize na ginawa nila under the turret. That's the reason na malakas yung loob nilang pasukin. But look at here, ladies and gentlemen, Rio, sinusubukan dito pasukin. Jeff Cutie forever, pero makakatakas. Medyo yung movement spent dito ng Chang'e, medyo mahirap din talagang habulin.
Again, LPE, they really rely on those heavy ultimate team fights. Ngayon, STIE Olympians, they're just capitalizing on the timing na meron sila dahil wala pang level 4s yung mga heroes ng LPEs.
Yes, yes. But here, looks like the first turtle will be taken here by the STI and ang makukuha pa to actually ni Lembot. Ito medyo mas nakakatakot dito. The kills nakukuha dito ng Granger.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mas mabilis siya rito makakapag-capitalize nito. Exort just using the Blazing Duet just to show up tamang farm. Pero ang silver lining naman dito for the side of the Eagles is mabilis. Kumbaga pwedeng mag-split push yung dalawa pala, no? Even the Claude and as well with the Masha.
It's the dynamic between Claude and Masha that pressures two lanes. Pero one big problem that I have right now is the early game snowball potential of the Granger. Mind you, naka-bounty hunter yung Granger natin and naka-high and dry yung Claude.
Yes.
So definitely magkakaroon tayo ng disparity between the farms here of both cores kapag nag-snowball yung each team dito. Kiluwas na bottom lane being gone on by Nixu and Lembot. Medyo kulang pa yung damage output nila to take down 3 lives of the Masha. Pero top lane, it's the real objective of LPE. Dito mo susubok kung kaya ba talaga
mag-isa si Cripso dito.
Mag-isa nga si Cripso dito and mahihila pa siya pabalik. That's the Grok that will be taken down. May tinamaan ng arrow pero hindi yan yung kukuha. Jeff Cutie! Oh my God, Tyrant's Rage! Pero wala ang punish dito.
Siya pa yung mamamatay dito.
Yep, kulang si UG in this engagement. Wala yung Granger for that specific team fight and it's gonna allow LPE to take advantage of that timing.
Yes, yung timing nga yun. But look at it. Exort with a Blazing Duet dito para kay UG, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna be a 3-for-none exchange. On to what extent nakuha lang nila yung tier 1 turret dun sa may bottom lane. Enough nga kaya yun? Or tama lang bang trade-off yun, mga kaibigan?
Yep, this is a very nice arrival from Nixu, no? Although hindi siya lalaban dito and wala yung control sa bottom lane, it halts the push of LPE. Pero this is not how you want to play the lineup of SEO. You need at least 4 heroes rotating around lanes to take pick-offs. And si Nixu dito being gone on the top lane, medyo wala silang responde dito dahil sa baba again yung Granger tsaka si Lina. Pero medyo makuha naman si Tams and si Lasty tsaka si Rio dito will just back off.
Yes, yung slow din talaga na nanggagaling doon sa Hylos. Medyo mahirap na to. Look at here. Didikit sila dito ni Jeff Cutie sa pader with a flicker out na nanggaling kay Jay. Patay na rito si Nixu. Pasok dito si Exort na may kasama Blazing Duet. Double kill na rin dito si Rio. 2-for-none exchange na naman yung nangyari dito for the side of STI. Also for the Eagle. Pero Lembot dito just farming on the tatamaan ng arrow. No, it's not.
Oh, this is the difference between LPE and SEO. They know how they execute their drafts. Kung matitignan mo, lahat ng level 4s nag-up. Lumaban ka sa may top lane and the Masha is split pushing for LPE. SEO, you need to find pick-offs. Dapat magkasama yung Granger at si Lina at all times. And at that moment, wala. Nasa baba silang dalawa. Actually, magkahiwalay pa nga. Nasa mid si Lina, nasa bottom lane yung Granger. And LPE, alam nila at this moment, hindi tayo kayang labanan ng STIE Olympians.
Yes. Ang mahirap pa dito, no, speaking of the Selena, ito kasi yung tipo ng hero that actually works even kahit level 1 pa lang or level 2. Yung combo niya with the Abyssal Arrow tapos going for the Garot. Pero kasi hindi to gumana. We're already on the 5 minute of the game. Hindi pa natin nakikita yung power spike dito ng Selena. So, ang mangyayari dito for the defensive position, kumbaga ano na lang siya, tagapana na lang.
Yeah.
Okay, so
para siyang walking vision for STIE Olympians. Walking stun na rin kung tumama.
Yes. Tapos ang mangyayari pa dito, ladies and gentlemen, is just reacting kung saan ngayon nagpo-push. So ngayon makikita mo the Claude on the top lane, the Masha onto the bottom lane. May mamamatay pa dito. That's gonna be Jeff Cutie forever. Ito pa isang ito-take note nyo dyan. No? Once na tumalon dito si Jeff Cutie, pero hold that thought. Lembot dito, pinapasok na ni Lasty. Masyadong masakit. He's gonna be going down. Pero papalag naman daw, sabi ng STI. Nixu with the arrival doon sa may taas. Makukuha niya si Exort. Nandito naka-inferno siya rito. UG will be taken on. Revitalize pa rito si Lasty. Pero enough nga kaya yun para mabuhay dahil masakit ang damage ng Tamus. Yun na yata yung comeback na gusto makita ngayon ng STI.
That's not something that LPE should do, yung pag-dive under the turrets kasi ang taas pa rin ang punish ng SEO. Remember, that's still a Granger and a Selena. Pero nakikita mo gano'ng kalinis yung laban nila. Once na makita nila na hiwa-hiwala yung SEO, they group up as 4. Iwan mo yung Masha sa may side lanes to be able to create some pressure and lalaban talaga tayo kahit ano mangyari. Basta up yung ultimate. Pero yun nga, medyo napahamak sila with the dive that they've given to SEO and right now, the punish is being felt. UG is pushing on the top lane.
Actually, I was actually looking on the item dito ni Lasty. Parang bigla siyang nag-shift towards
Jeff Cutie, grabe naman.
Mukhang hindi makakapag-life recovery dito. Masha will be taken down. So mukhang yung tempo nagsiship ngayon dito through the E-Olympians. Pero look at it. Nixo, kaya niya i-sustain pa to. The damage from Exort, hindi pa yan enough para pumatay ng isang Tamus. Pero look at that. Lasty, nanganganib dito. Hylos might be actually going down pero masyadong makunat yung kabayo.
Meteor shower.
Meteor shower sa may bandang gilid. Rio going in. Yung damage na masyadong masakit. Papasok sila dito. Creepsu no mercy will be taken down. Jeff Cutie with the Tyrant's Revenge paalis. Ito na. They might be taking down the turret dead as well into the middle lane.
Ang ganda ng ginawa ng Exort. He used the Blazing Duet just to make sure na hindi makapush yung SEO dahil at that time hiwa-hiwala yung LPE. STIE Olympians, they wanted to go for the pick-off and muntik na lang makuha sila Asti. Unfortunately, sobrang laki lang talaga ng lamang ng LPE at this moment. And by the way, yung kill kay Killua siya may bottom lane, it's not possible pero nasurpresa lang siya dahil yung arrival gumagana kasi sa mga patay na torre.
Sana medyo nahirapan sila kasi yung Changi nandun sa may gilid. 'Di ba? Kumbaga, you would always want to have your tanks in front pag nag-meteor shower para at least mamitigate nila yung damage. Kaso sa gilid sila, kumbaga sa tagiliran ka tinitira dito ni Reo. So sobrang sakit na sakit. Tapos given pa rito, Exort na naka-high and dry, ang sakit ng damage. Glowing one is already available to the Changi.
Look at the damage output of the Claude. Naka-bouncing ball pero mukhang hindi makunat yung Cupra sa harap ng LPE.
Yes. Looks like the LPE dito, sila nga yata yung tinagurian na gonna be the comeback kings netong Conference 2. Pero si Exort, natunaw bigla, ladies and gentlemen. Lasty dito, wala yatang makunat sa 5 pero the glorious pathway magagamit. Nakatakas pa nga, nabuhay pa nga. Hylos will live, but a 2-4 non-exchange. No, it's gonna be 2-4-1. Though yung top lane natin, Kilawash dito, hindi napapansin. Slowly but surely, nakakapag-push dito ang Eagles.
4 heroes for LPE will fight against all 5 ng SEO. Leave the Masha to pressure the side lanes. May naalas lang sila dahil nahuli ni Jeff Cutie forever yung Claude on that specific team fight with the Tyrant's Revenge and hindi na siya nakagalaw kagad after nun. Pero for LPE, this is a very huge win. You're overtaking the territory of SEO and their lineup, mind you, scales horribly against LPE.
Ay, kung titingnan mo yung gamit ni Lasty, no? Medyo inunti-unti niya yung part ng Curse Helmet, yung part ng Clock of Destiny, tapos ang binuo niya rito, Dominance Eyes. Kumbaga, ganun niya hindi niya pinuruhan yung mga items, kumbaga kung ano lang yung pinakakailangan niya. Kung makikita nyo, ladies and gentlemen, yung kunat na pinakita niya doon sa bottom lane, even 4 lang sila na nandun, hindi pa rin siya nakuhang patayin.
I really like the Dominance Eyes here in this game. It definitely counters the Serena and the Thams. Kulang na kulang yung damage output nila once nalapitan nila itong Hylos. Especially with the Glorious Pathway. Kaya-kaya niya rin abutin yung Selena. Now you're seeing Crimson No Mercy being gone on here by LPE. Again, 4 heroes already being committed here.
He might die.
Grabe.
No, alright. I was actually looking ko ba mag-proc doon yung glowing one, but Jeff Cutie forever dito may kasama patalon pero hinatak siya dito ni Jay. He might actually go down. Napilitan na lang siyang mag-rage mga kaibigan. But
look at the Masha top lane ha. Kailangan ingatan ng SEO to.
Actually, doon ngayon nakafocus yung attention dito ni Lembot. Kung saan nagpupush dito si Kilawash. Ito na nangyayari dito ngayon mga kaibigan. Nagre-react na lang dito yung E-Olympians kung saan pumupunta yung Masha. And this might be an easy lord coming from the Masha. Ito na, pasok sila dito with a glorious pathway. Exort! The damage munti ka siya mamatay but Nixo will be going down. Double kill dito si Rio. Meron pa kayang susunod. This might be it mga kaibigan. Though, patay pa naman dito or malayo pa naman dito yung Lord. It's gonna be a hard battle, ladies and gentlemen, because the Lord is being taken down as well by the Eagles.
There's no answer for this push ng LPE. You need to take care of your top lane kasi may Masha na nag-split push now. Dalawa na sila sa middle lane and look at the damage output. Mamatay ka yung turret and Jeff Cutie forever.
Ang kunat!
Mauhuli na si Lasty pero patay na yung objective and mega kill for the Chango. Tinamaan ng araw si Jay pero I don't think it matters for LPE anymore as they are inside the base of SEO. Look at Kilawash just mowing down the turrets of SEO.
Glorious pathway nga talaga dito with Lasty. Yuji will be taken down by the Masha. Sino pa kaya ang susunod? Nixo dito. Sinusubukan pa.
Kilawash!
Tower lock sila dito, ladies and gentlemen. Palo lang ng palo. Masha will be taking the throne as well. The win dito. LPE. Eagles dito mga kaibigan with a comeback sweep para sa STIE Olympians. Mukhang ito na Midnight. Kumbaga sila na yata ang tinagurian, the comeback king for the Conference 2. Madalas sila the first game nila. Hindi kumbaga that might be like tinatawag natin the download game. Inalam lang namin kung paano yung karakas nyo. But definitely, what a great comeback coming from the Eagles.
Yeah, it's the same story that happened for STIE Olympians. They win game 1 and they lose the succeeding games. Ngayon, I have a very big question. Kung tumira ba ng hero yung Masha?
Actually,
Grabe yung ginawa niya eh.
halos hindi, to be honest.
Parang hindi,
Kumbaga,
diba?
stick to your role.
Yeah, ito
Kumbaga,
makikita natin sa stats.
basag lang tayo dito, mga kaibigan. But look at here. Look at who's gonna be the MVP. I really like the itemization dito ni Lusty.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, kumbaga, he just took what he actually needs. Kinuha niya lang dito, most likely, gonna be the AoE damage na nanggagaling doon sa Molten. Then as well, yung parang regeneration doon sa part ng Clock of Destiny. Then diretso agad siya, Dominance Ice. Dito, bihira mo makakita ng tanking MVP.
Yeah, he knows kasi na itong lineup ng STIE Olympians, they need to close the gap. Even though may Granger sila, it's the single hero na hindi lumalapit sa lineup nila. The other four, kailangan nilang dikitan yung target nila dito. It's either the Claude or the Chango. Pero si Lusty dito, lagi niyang kadikit yung dalawa. And nakita mo yung ginawang harang ni Exort kanina. Nakita mo yung ginawang harang ng Exort kanina nung naglo-lord sila, yung Blazing Duet onto the Glorious Pathway. It destroyed SEO and we have our MVP of the match.
Look,
undoubtedly.
The kill percentage. First time ko nakakita ng with 100%. I'm not really sure, pero unang beses ko nakakita. All of the kills dito na nanggaling from the Eagles is kasama. None other than Lusty.
Yan yung player na gustong-gusto talaga manalo. Lahat ng kills kasama siya dahil gusto niyang makipaggerahan. And grabe, high loss pa yung 100%. Usually, makikita niyo dyan yung mga Diggy, yung mga Estes, di ba?
Given din kasi yung yung AoE nung second skill kasi ng Hylos. Kumbaga, yung slow nun, na halos lahat ng patay dito ng Eagles nanggagaling doon sa sinuslow ni Lusty and even yung sinasta niya. So meaning to say, ang ganda nung focus fire nila. Ayun. But anyway, we will be talking more about what happened on game number 3. Magkakaroon lang muna tayo ng short break, mga kaibigan. The Nationals will be back.
And we're back now here at the Nationals. Alongside with me is Lusty from LPE. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, first question kapatid. Nung first game natin, medyo isang kilang ata nagawa natin all throughout the game. Pero ano yung mga ginawa nyo para makabawi sa Game 2 and Game 3?
Sa tingin ko kasi wala talaga kaming warm up bago pumunta dito eh. Kaya ang gulo ng rotation namin sa game 1 din yung commands wala talaga hindi sakto dun sa gagawin namin. Tapos nakabawi lang kami nung game 2 na kasi parang natawa na yung mga kampi ko na mali nga yung ginagawa nila. Kaya tuloy-tuloy na maganda na yung comms namin. Tsaka doon kami nakabawi dahil sa comms.
And again, sa lahat ng matches dito sa Nationals, una-una meron tayo of course sa Happy Feet Emperors, PLDT, Smart Omega, and last dito sa STI Olympians, E-Olympians, lahat yun ang score niyo is 2-1. And I'm gonna ask you, kamusta naman yung journey mo sa Nationals so far?
Yung 2-1 lagi. Meron daw kaming first game curse. Sayang ng mga boss namin, first game curse. As yung namin ngayon sa Nationals. Masaya kasi kami lang yung may win streak na 3 panalo na sunod na wala pang talo.
Pero at least, diba, kamusta naman na kasali ka dito sa Nationals? Kasi of course, kayo yung pinakabagong team na nakapasok ngayon dito sa liga na to.
Masaya, tas medyo pressured kasi kami lang yung bago, tas yung iba nakakalaban namin, champion na sila sa The Nationals, then may mga pangalan na talaga sila dito sa The Nationals.
For my last question, everyone, of course, medyo gagawin natin, medyo personal yung question natin ngayon. Sino ba si Lusty sa labas ng ML?
Si Lusty, ayong tamad, tambay lang sa bahay. Ayoko nang nahihirapan ako, easy go lucky lang ako. Saan ako masaya, dun lang ako. As galing ako nung Mindanao, then lumipat lang ako dito para dahil sa ML, yung sa career ko. Kaya andito ako sa Manila. Then ako, di pa ako napagtapos ng pag-aaral eh. Pinili ko yung career ko ngayon. Kasi minsan lang to dumating yung pag-aaral, andyan lang eh, nag-aantay.
And it's a good thing as well kasi tinanggap to ng magulang mo, alam nila, nakikita nila na nag-excel ka dito sa ML. Ano naman gusto mo sabihin sa mga magulang mo ngayon na walang tigil na sumusuporta sa'yo?
Sa mga magulang ko at sa pamilya ko, thank you kasi sinusupport niyo ako. Kahit nung una, ayaw niyo talaga. Pero pinatunayan ko sa inyo, kaya thank you sa support. Dahil proud din kayo sa akin. Then, yun po.
And again, that is Lusty from Los Orgro Playbook Esports Eagle. The score is 2-1 in favor of LPE. And again, so our casters, let's go.
Thank you so much, Lusty. And as well, Vil, happy-go-lucky sabi ni Lusty dito. Pero para sa akin, subconsciously, siguro hindi niya alam is actually on the right path.
Yeah, alam mo yung parang yung hindi niya alam na pinaghihirapan niya din yung ginagawa niya. Yung mga magaganda mindset. Kasi parang undiscovered na may good deeds sa loob ni Lusty pero parang nasa isip niya na, hindi, patambay-tambay lang ako.
Kasi parang minsan iniisip na siguro maturity-wise din mga kaibigan is na kung iisipin mo, they might actually just been playing Mobile Legends or any other games dito on the esports. Pero kasi hindi ka naman bastang makakapunta on this level if you're not actually have a discipline and a good attitude. Pero team standings natin mga kaibigan, as of the moment, nasa top ngayon ang ating LPE.
Yep, the top 3 teams, LPE, Bren ePro, and PLDT Smart Omega. All of these teams have 6 points. And sinusundan naman sila ng Suwa Execution Punishers and Signal Ultrawire with 5 points. And ang pwede pang humabol na team dito is yung Happy with Emperors with 3 points. And STIE Olympians still has to settle as the lowest team here, having 2 points.
And also, Happy Pit Emperors nga talaga will have a good chance din talaga to prove themselves as well because they're gonna be the next one to battle it out here onto the Nationals in between PLDT Smart Omega.
Yeah, no joke, yung score nung tatlong team sa taas pwede nang habulin kasi kapag na 2-0 nila yung PLDT Smart Omega, 4 silang 6 points.
Yes, exactly. Pero yun nga, LPE dito, on the series note, sila pa lang yung walang talo.
Yeah.
Okay? Pero lahat ng laban nila dito, 3-game series, most of the time is yung first game din nila. Yeah. Yung parang, siguro sabi kanina nila, Steve, wala pa daw warm up. Oo. So siguro, para silang parang yung diesel. Kumbaga, medyo late lang yung carburetor. Pinapainit lang. Pero ayun na nga mga kaibigan, that wraps it up on our second series of the day. Pero syempre, may isa pa tayong laban in between Happy Pit Emperors versus PLDT Smart Omega. Kami po ang naging shoutcaster nyo on this match. My name is Rob Luna.
And I'm Midnight, and magkita-kita tayo for our third series dito lang sa The Nationals.
welcome back everyone to the Nationals, the biggest esports event in the country. Kami ang magiging casters nyo. I'm Saya and with me is...
TDZ at ito, nagbabalik ang Tall and Small Connection. Madam,
Yes, sir.
third series na naman tayo ngayon at
Okay.
tingin ko sobrang init ng teams na maglalaban ngayon. We have Happy Feet Emperors versus PLDT Smart Omega.
Yes, tama ka dyan, Tol. And of course, let's have a little background sa mga nangyari for both of the teams. And of course, last November 6 na, we've seen that Happy Feet Emperors had a very close fight between LPE.
Yeah.
Nung time na yun, having the longest run of the games with lasting to 31
minutes.
So,
Wow.
ibig sabihin no na even though that they weren't able to win that series, it means that they will pick up a good fight. And again, we will be having Happy Feet Emperors versus PLDT Smart Omega for our final match of the day. So, ito nga ang magiging members ng Happy Feet Emperors is going to be Van, Aaron, Daniel, Doggy, Vern, Renajay, and finally si Tira.
At alam naman natin, mga kaibigan, ang Happy Feet Emperors, sila ang teams na laging merong sorpresang binibigay para sa atin. Meron silang
Syempre.
laging bago. Sila yung nag-first pick, nung first day natin ng second conference, sila yung
Yes.
nag-priority pick ng Hylos, which is, I think sila rin yung nagbigay ng tamang momentum, ng tamang meta currently for our second conference. And we do have our PLDT Smart Omega. We have Heath, Hayes, Carl Tizzy, Kenji, Toshino, Levi, and Hadjizi.
Yes, so ayan na nga. Of course, PLDT Smart Omega was the reigning, the champion for
Yeah.
Conference 1. So they will be like setting their names once more for our second conference. And of course, little background nga sa PSO, ano, I mean, they also had a very good start between LPE during last Thursday. So they had that good aggression. But of course, seeing that LP has won them. So, titignan natin ang both mentality of both teams.
That's true.
So, it's going to be like the battle of kung sino nga ba. Will PSO actually maintain their name or will HF be the one to dominate?
That's true. Since mga kaibigan, alam naman natin na kapag ikaw yung champions, you want to stay at the very top
Yes.
and you want to at least prove that you're worth the name of the champions for
Yeah.
our first conference. But then again, ladies and gentlemen, pag-uusapan pa natin mamaya kung ano pa yung mga kwento sa likod ng mga pangalan ng ating dalawang teams. Pero wag na wag kayong aalis, babalik kami in a very short break. So don't go anywhere.
And we're back now here in the Nationals, and just like a quick on what happened a while ago, it's Super Execution Punishers winning against Signal Ultra Warriors with a 2-1 score. Meanwhile, Los Origo Playbook Esports Eagles just continuing their streak, defeating STI Olympians with a 2-1 score again. And next game is going to be interesting. It's PLDT Smart Omega, the champion of the first conference, versus the powerhouse of Happy Feet Emperors. The question is, can they defeat the champions? Let's check it out. And against all the people who's watching right now, be sure to also watch a broadcast of the Nationals on Pay TV at One Sports and EGG Network via Signal TV and on Free TV at 5 Plus via ESPN 5. And the Nationals would also like to thank PayMaya, our official digital payments partner. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PH Nationals. And again, for the next game, it's going to be PLTD Smart Omega versus Happy Feet Emperors. This is going to be a best of 3 series, so let's check it out. So on to our casters, let's go.
So much, Vil, our pinaka-foging,
Yes.
hindi pinaka-pogi, isa sa mga pinaka-foging courtside reporter natin for the Nationals.
Para sinasabi mo na ikaw yung mas pogi.
Pwede naman sabihin natin ganun. Pero alam natin si Vil, malupit talaga yan. Pero
Ah.
siyempre, mga kaibigan, nagbabalik tayo. Sabi natin, short break lang. Ako nga pala si TDZ. Siyempre, kasama ko si Madam.
Saya.
At ito ang Tall Small Connection. Sabi nga ni Vil kanina na mainit talaga itong laban natin ngayon. Kasi, well, sila talaga yung mga starters eh. Nakikita ko rin sa mga playstyle ng dalawang teams natin. Isang sobrang aggressive, isa sa mga, which is PLDT Smart Omega, I'll be direct. And also one of the pseudo, medyo mahirap timplahin.
Yes.
Mahirap aralin yung Happy Feet Emperors.
In terms of mahirap nga naman aralin kasi the fact that the roster is new and fresh and of course well-known to the community din, parang mahihirapan rin yung ibang teammates mo na kung paano ba sila maglaro as a team. Kasi we've been seeing these amazing people individually. So ngayon, it's a test of the other teams kung paano nga ba nila mababasa, and that is Happy Feet Emperor.
That's true. But for sure, ang dalawang teams natin ito is talagang ready na rin
Oo,
makipagbakbakan sa isa't isa. At tingin ko pagandahan lang din kasi taga ng drafting yan eh.
Yes.
Baga, alam natin sa chess, kumbaga, isipin natin example yung chess. Nasa preparasyon.
Yes.
Kung ano yung next move na gagawin. And then comes the execution, mga kaibigan.
Truly.
But let's see. Happy Fit Emperors, let's check our featured players for both teams. We have Doggy playing on the Happy Feet Emperors. He's playing the tank support role, but most probably he's a playing coach multi-role as well.
Yes.
And on the side of PSO, PLD Smart Omega, we have Hayes playing as the tank support role as well.
Yeah, this is a very interesting featured players for today kasi we know that these two players specifically are known sa community with their awesome skills and kung paano nga sila maglaro into the Land of Dawn. And again, makikita nga natin because every single one of them, nandun na yung skills nandun na yung kung paano sila maglaro It just depends on their team play. It depends also into kung paano ba in a timely manner ba magagawa nila.
Mga power spikes nila.
Oo, yung kung if their initial plan ba ay matutuloy or kung paano man nila ma-reciprocate kung ano man ang damages na mag-deal nila
That's
with
true.
other people.
Tingin ko nasa ano lang din yun, nasa mastery ng mga heroes. Kung gaano ka kung gaano ka komportable sa mga heroes sa pinipik niyo. At ang laking bagay talaga na mayroon na makikinig ka sa mga shot callers. Which is, we've seen a lot of teams before na tipong nagko-collapse na when it comes to late game. Kasi dahil nga kasi sa stress yan may isip mo yung pressure na iniisip ng mga pro players. Kasi bukod sa practice, nandun din yung mental stability.
Yes.
Nandun din yung tulong ng mga coaches, ng mga managers. So, ang laking bagay talaga as a whole organization to listen and how disciplined you are when it comes to the in-game fights while you're playing.
And both of these teams have proven that
That's
quite
true.
a lot. Especially yung nakita na natin ang PLDT Smart Omega proving that they can take down the members or any team na makakaharap nila. And of course, for Happy Feet Emperors, napatunayan nila na kahit gaano katagal pa yung game, kaya naming lumaban.
Yep.
And that is also one of the key factors to becoming a awesome pro player here sa ating nation.
Yep, indeed. So, bukod sa pagalingan, sa palakasan, kung gaano ka rin katatag, mental fortitude nga, mga kaibigan. Pero syempre, para sa mga aspiring pro players natin dyan, it is really good for you to watch this kind of games.
Yes.
Kasi bukod sa knowledge, iba yung natututunan mo sa naglalaro ka. Kasi yun din yung sarili mong experience. But kapag nanonood ka ng mga ganitong caliber na tournaments, is you are able to see na nakikita mo na maayos kung ano yung mga bagay na hindi mo napapansin. Kasi hindi ka na nagpo-focus sa sarili mong hero.
Yes.
Nakikita mo na yung mga bagay na yung mga nasa labas ng sarili mong hero, yung mga proper positioning, proper rotations, which is also a very good example for both of these teams. Both of these teams are really spectacular when it comes to rotation. And I can agree when it comes to the rotations of Happy Feet Emperors as well from the previous matches.
Yes.
Nakikita natin yung mga mga ibang klaseng galaw
Oo.
na pwede mong i-improve at pwede mo rin gamitin sa sarili mong laro.
Gaya nga nasabi ng mga pro players na na-interview ng mga courtside reporters natin na it's all about the discipline, pasensya nga, no? At practice. So parang it also motivates you as a player na hindi lang manood to actually apply to what you have learned. And that is one of the things na we can get from simply watching.
By simply
Oo,
watching.
by
And bukod pa
simply
doon yung
watching.
drafting pa. Kasi
Oo.
iba kasi ang pub matches, pati iba na din yung yung mismong nanonood ka na sa mga tournament rather. Because of that, syempre kailangan mo umabot ng mythic para makakuha ka ng 3 bans. Kasi sa legend, wala kasing ganun wala kasing double. Pero this is a very good example, ladies and gentlemen, to watch if you're planning to go to Mythic 5 or if you're planning to go for a pro scene. This is a best knowledge that you can get. And again, tingin ko drafting din kasi talaga. For me, drafting is a 50% of the whole game itself. Baka 50% nandun yung execution. But if you're able to draft properly, accordingly, and at least counter. May nagsabi sa akin na pro player, or I think this was a caster, that ang meta ngayon is all about countering. Countering your opposing team, kung ano yung mga comfort heroes nila, which will be easier for you, especially for your PUBG matches, to adjust.
Totoo naman yun. And of course, segwayan lang kita. Marami kasi akong naririnig at nagsasabi na playing coach. Multi-role nga to si Doggy. Pero sasabi nila commentator din.
Oo nga eh. Pero ako proud ako.
Yes,
Si Utol. Ito rin, kasi para sa akin, nakikita ko Siyempre, you need to umaga, ito pa yung mga pwede mong gawin. Self-development. You need to be at the pro player's shoes for you to improve. Kasi alam naman natin magaling na sila as a whole, especially si Doggy. Magaling natin kasi Kumbaga, hindi ka pwede magstay dun sa ganong klaseng level. Kailangan mo mag-step up. You need to show the people, and you also need to provide encouragement and mental fortitude sa mga kampi mo na, okay, sige, nandito ako para supportahan kayo, nandito ako lagi para umalalay. And it really shows. Happy Feet Emperors started to go there, up into our brackets right there. And tingin ko malaking bagay din talaga nakasama si Doggy dito sa team ng Happy Feet Emperors.
The thing about both teams kasi is both of them have a very good game one for the past games na nakaharap nga nila yung LPA. I mean, they're showing the aggression, they're showing their discipline and their patience, and they're in a very timely manner. The question here is that since both of them lost to the same team, anong klaseng mentality ba? Like, what kind of mentality do they have right now? At since syempre sila naman ngayon na maglalaban pareho, will someone actually one-up them? Meron bang maglalabas ng unorthodox pick or not so meta pick? Makikita natin dito kasi nakita natin Happy Feet Emperors were the ones who like what you said nga, started off with that high-low pick from the very first day. And nakita nga rin na sila din ang isa sa mga unang gumamit ng Ruby. But of course, tol, ito na tayo ang very first drafting phase ng Game 1 of our last series between Happy Feet Emperors and PLDT Smart Omega.
And Happy Feet Emperors playing on the blue side, they have the first priority pick. PLDT Smart Omega naman meron silang chance na mag-duo pick for their first part. And looking at the bans here, Masha has been removed and also a high-low sa side naman ng PLDT Smart Omega, the Selena, and also the Kaja. So they saw na sobrang effective ng Selena dito ng Happy Feet Emperors. Again, playing Selena as an offlaner, and also Kaja naman ni Doggy. Ilang beses natin nakikita na ang galing mag-prioritize, ang galing mag-pick off ng divine judgment dito ni Doggy when it comes to using Kaja. So let's go ahead and go to our picks.
And of course, for the side of Happy Feet Emperors, alam naman rin naman nila na dahil na-ban out nga ang Masha, Hylos, Kaja, and the Selena, kukunin nila ang isa sa mga priority picks or bans, which is the Grok. No question to that. At dahil nga, to retaliate PSO here with that double pick on the first and second, kukunin nila ang two of the main attack, which is Kufra and Lolita.
Yep, that's true. And as you can see, mga kaibigan, talagang pina-prioritize dito yung mga tanks. Nagkakaubusan tayo ng mga tanks dito. So it's all about securing those tanks. And as upon checking here, we have PSO going for that double tank composition as their first pick. Kufra is highly contested right now. Again, because of his surprise factor na pwede kang bigla lang tumalon with the Tyrant's Revenge and then lock all enemy heroes in. Kapag nakakuha ka ng tatlong enemies inside the Tyrant's Rage, ang laking factor nun. Plus, meron ka pang follow-up with the possible Numenon Blast follow-up sa side ng PLD Smart Omega, and also given the fact na pwede ka magbigay ng Numenon Energy Core sa mga core heroes mo, making it easier or making it difficult for your enemy team to burst out your core.
Basically, having these two tanks also adds up the additional time of survivability for the side of PSO dito. Pero syempre, dahil nga pinrioritize ng PSO ang mga tanks, kukunin ni Happy Feet Emperors as isa sa mga major damage dealers, and one of which is the Harith Mage, and of course, Xborg with his last Insanity. Grabe na rin yung damage na makukuha agad.
Indeed. And we're talking about team fight capabilities of Happy Feet Emperors right now, which is really strong. We're talking about the last Insanity, the ultimate of X-Board that can easily separate or misposition all of your enemy heroes kapag nakita nila na umiikot ka na. Nakaka-panic button yun. Kasi sa akin every time, sa akin based on my own experience, kung nakikita na ako ng umiikot na X-Board, wulasan talaga. You want to think about yourself. It will also apply a lot of pressure for your tanks to react So,
Totoo.
ang laking bagay din nun. And given the fact na pinag-usapan natin kanina, which is yung Harith, one of the mages na sobrang bilis mag-power spike. Nakakita na tayo ng less than 2 minutes level 4 kagad yung Harith, which is a very big factor for this kind of teams na sobrang bilis din umikot.
Yes, and so para naman sa side ng PLDT Smart Omega, of course, they already have the frontliners, which is of course the crew for the Lolita, and of course may Tamos na
May
rin
Tamos
sila,
pa sila,
for
yeah.
extra additional survivability. Pero syempre kailangan din nilang sagutin ang backline sila, and that is one of the most heroes that can actually do that, and that's the Claude. And isama mo pa ang Chaos Assault netong ni Luno,
Yeah.
which can be very masakit, itchy for the side, and can also help burn out yung HP na meron si Grok.
And also the Firaga armor of Xborg here. So, sobrang vital talaga ng team composition dito ng PLDT Smart Omega. And they're heavily relying when it comes to team fights, so they need to have a proper initiation. At dahil kaya nandyan si Kufra for them to initiate and then follow it up with a Numinum Blast. But looking at Happy Feet Emperors right now, they have secured a Bruno and also a Leomord. So, alam naman natin to. Parang hindi natin... Tingin ko nakita ko rin to nung day 1 eh. Nag-pick sila ng Xborg and then a Leomord. So what happened was, nung pagka last insanity dito na Xborg, biglang mag-a-arrival si Leomord. And with that arrival, you will gain a massive amount of movement speed, making it easier for you to use the Phantom Steed and then breach the backlines instantaneously.
Definitely. So both teams have a very good draft or team composition. So early predictions mo tayo in terms of drafting.
In terms of drafting, not as a whole, I'll go with Happy Feet Empress. The reason why I said that, it is because they have the Harith. Alam naman natin. Ako mage fan kasi talaga ako. Mahilig ako sa mga mage because you will have the early potential na mag-power spike kagad.
Yes, early advantage at that.
Yeah.
And of course, ladies and gents, we are here already in the battlefield between two sides. At mukhang napaka-early aggression here. Burn into a corner, sticking will haze people together. Ooh, first blood comes early with PSO right here, but Doggy will be trying to retaliate with that damage. But looky here, Kufra with the bouncing ball to actually prevent him from getting a kill.
Ang ganda ng pagkakakontrol dito ng PLDT Smart Omega, utilizing the charge of Haze here.
Yes.
Assisting two heroes already.
Ooh.
And right now, mukhang nagkaroon tayo ng off-cam kill here on the bottom lane. Kenji taking down Daniel on his Bruno. And we need to keep in mind the emblems of Happy Feet Emperors, dalawa ang naka-bounty hunters sa kanila. So they need to funnel all of their resources to both of these heroes to be effective or to be much more stronger pag umabot tayo ng mid-game.
And so far, the momentum for the earliest game is on to the side of PSO. But still, masyadong maaga para mag-conclude because this is the usual thing that happens. Every after clash, you go back and take your resources. Pero nakita natin, dito si Doggy mukhang namumula ang kanyang health as Kenji and Hajisi goes for that read and again going for that.
Yep, as you can see, Kenji utilizing his Molten Sights, pulling this Xborg near him. And alam naman natin yung Xborg, ang mobility lang niya is kapag nabasag yung Firaga armor or after using the last insanity. I think the flicker is also a viable option, but I think he did not use the flicker right now.
Going for the knockup for the burn here. Harris tries to actually free it, but no too long as Kufra gets the kill. And Aaron has no choice but to actually tower hub, but 3 members of PSO are on the middle side. But again, priorities is always resources as here on the bottom side. Brilliant. So gagawin ni Lunox para hindi siya ma-free hit dito ni Dog.
Yun ang sinasabi ko. Yung after mo mabasag yung Firaga armor, you have that invisible pixel.
Yes.
And especially, that's a very nice move from Doggy. Not going backward, just going sidewards. Dun sa cliff na alam niyang hindi makakapunta kaagad yung PLDT Smart Omega. But then again, you see the aggressiveness of PLDT Smart Omega right now. They're not stopping. Looking at the network, they're on a lead with 2K network right now.
Another knockup for Heat right here. Look, so far so good pagdating sa pag-engage talaga dito ng Kufra natin. And may tatamaan talaga siya.
Meron talaga.
And you know that HFE cannot afford another kill. But again, with the Chaos Assault of Lunox, naabutan pa rin.
Naabutan pa rin taga siya habang dito sa middle lane. We have Burn being caught out by 3 enemy heroes. Kenji mukhang hindi nag-extend ng gusto yung kanyang Molten Sight because of those creeps right there. But here comes the rest of the crew. We have Happy Feet Emperors, Doggy and Renegade helping Aaron being able to push out PSO away.
But you know, the turtle is still up for grabs. At magandang call dito para sa side na PLDT Smart Omega to take it first rather than to be greedy. But again, looky here, there's an attempt to actually get the buff at mapupunta kay Lolita.
Uy.
Will be getting that, but on the get-go, it was a very good strategy for PSO to delay para hindi ma-potentially contest ni HME
That's true.
ang
And
turtle.
yeah, it is a very good positioning here from PLDT Smart Omega. Talagang sinisecure nila. Kailangan, alam natin na mayroong big possibility na ma-contest. Oh, Numinon Blast kay Hayes, but again, with the movement speed from Renegade after using the Phantom Steed, making it difficult for them to hit. And hindi pa niya kayang hindi niya kayang isugal yung kanyang flicker. Uy!
Oh, look here, medyo lumikot si Kuya Matang right, but with a knockup right there, an arrival will be used by Carl TZ. Brilliant gun will be used para makapag-tower dive, and Danielle with a low break of health, mapupunta sa kamay na nila.
And also with that turtle buff, ladies and gentlemen, ang sakit ng Chaos Assault niya. So one of the reasons why na umikot dito si Kenji, kasi yung dash ni Bruno, talagang umiikot talaga siya. So again, I think he was mid-air habang ginagawa niya yun. But Doggy right now with the arrival, but looking forward here, Heath in the upper left-hand corner. Nationalized Insanity. They're trying to go and aim the Lunox, but Lunox able with the Order of Brilliance into the Zaman Force as well. Aaron able to catch one out. Renegade with a nice arrival here. Cartesi might go down. He will go down. And Heath will be the next target. He's trying to run away inside the Brach's area. The jump. Oh, and again, another Tyrant's Revenge, but he might be able to be catch out.
It was a bit an inch too late for Hayes to actually go for that backup. Pero again, arrival will be used para ma-prevent, pero hindi natuloy. It was cancelled out. And Hajizi here has a good opportunity to push that top. Pero nakikita natin, every camera angle we go, laging may teamfight ang nangyayari.
Laging may bakbakan. Sobrang init ng dalawang teams natin dito, mga kaibigan. 9-3 at the moment. Less than 5 minutes for sure. But ang ginagawa dito kasi ng PLD Smart Omega, they're just giving space for Hajizi. We all know na ang mga marksman talaga, medyo mahirap siya mag-online early game. The best way or the best way that you can help the marksman is to fund it or at least magbigay ka ng space.
Yeah, to slowly scale.
Yep.
Don't say Claude, because he is going to be essentially needed as the game progresses. And of course, SGD knowing this, kailangan pa rin nila. Objectives is still the key. Yun pa rin ang focus nila dito. And of course, maganda ang job nila when it comes to delaying ang reaction time ng Happy Feet effort.
Yeah, and right now, another objective been taken out by PLDT Smart Omega. Carl Teasy nakuha na ang kanyang turtle buff. And right now, I think he went for an arrival Lunox, if I'm not mistaken here. But
Speaking of arrival, mukhang dalawa ang mag-arrival dito sa ating bottom side. Brilliance will be used to Lunox to go away from Misery. Last Insanity rather. Walang matatamaan doon, and it was a good attempt to defend the bottom tier tower for the side of HSE.
At apat kaagad, yun na force ng reaction dito ng PLD Smart Omega. And where is the turtle buff? Mukhang na-contest pa nga yata ng PLD Smart Omega dito. Kenji with the emotes. They're trying to psych out Happy Feet Emperors right now. But with that block from Burn, that will end the engagement for a little bit.
Yes, and of course, Numinum Blast is going to be charged. But isa lang ang mahuhuli. And Last Insanity will be used pair up to Nolak. They still managed to destroy that middle turret tower. And again, looking here from the blazing duet of the Claude here. Not hesitating to tower dive. And now Renegade, naipit ng apat. At ayan na nga, will be into the hands of Sounds. And again, a good position to push this middle turret.
And that is one of the reasons why na highly contested talaga dito ang taas ng ban rate ng Kufra, because with the Tyrant's Revenge, you will get the surprise factor eh. Hindi mo, pwede kang mamili kung uunahin mo ba yung tank sa harapan o uunahin mo yung tank sa likod. Bihira ka lang makakuha ng option for that if you're playing a tank.
Yeah.
And with this kind of decision, PLD Smart Omega funneling, gathering 10,000 net worth lead away from Happy Feet Emperors, and they have the map control right now.
Speaking of map control, and they are abusing this type of control as they steal away all the resources na pwede pang makuha na HFE. But here, Doggy tries to actually go and harass them, but mukhang confident na si Hiti turn to actually entering bouncing ball will be used, and Lunox will be going for that kill. Blazing duet again for Hajizi, but they will not be able to get it. But in return, the Chaos Assault from Lunox will be taking the Harris down.
Ang sakit talaga ng Lunox na naka-turtle buff. And with that, another objective will be taken by PLDT Smart Omega. We only have one outer turret left for Happy Feet Emperors at mukhang sila pa yata makakuha ng last turtle natin all throughout the game.
And take note, Paul, less than 8 minutes of the game,
Yeah.
and PSO is already showing their dominance into the game. Number 1, pero let's see, Happy Feet Emperors can still pull this through. They just need that one big fight to turn the tables around. But again, Hajizi doing a very good job and split pushing here and applying more and more pressure for HFE.
Indeed, at talagang mapapwersa dito ang Happy Feet Emperors na mag-defend since meron ng steroids yung mga cannons and also the minions of PLDT Smart Omega, and Heath now trying to pump fake his Tyrant's Revenge, trying to get that nice angle, pero syempre magiging problema pa rin dito si Thams na nag-split push rather sa bottom lane.
You saw that damage kanina coming from that Lunox earlier, and Doggy is forced to actually go back to regen health rather onto the base. And again here, gaya nga nasabi mo, that Happy Feet Emperors is forced to defend, not really going outside their base right here because they cannot afford another pick-off. Dahil if one of them or one or two of them are already out of the game, it's going to be a smooth sailing for the side of PSO.
That's true. At ang hirap talaga mag-defend yan since they have a lot of disable at the moment for PLDT Smart Omega. At nasa hawak din ni Hajizi yung blue buffs and also the turtle buff on the side of PLDT Smart Omega. So one of the best things that they can do right now is just to wait for a nice opportunity. Wait for PLDT Smart Omega to overextend and then use that Guardian's Barrier to lock them down inside the base.
Which is, ang nakikita naman natin sa side ng PSO, they are very patient. Hindi sila nagra-rush in terms of pushing because they know that they have the upper hand into the 9 minutes of the game. And so far, maganda yung disiplina nila na kinukulong lang nila ang members ng HFA dito sa kanilang base.
Yep. Talagang hindi nila binibigyan ng pagkakataon na kahit yung mapa, kahit yung jungle minions sa side ng Happy Feet Emperors is talagang kinukuha agad ng PLDT Smart Omega. They're not giving any opportunity. They're squeezing Happy Feet Emperors inside their base. Pero syempre, mga kaibigan, nandun pa rin yung possibility of a comeback here. So that's, as you can see, they're waiting patiently. This is what's good about PLD Smart Omega. They're not giving giving any opportunity for Happy Feet Emperors to go ahead and come back.
Yes, and of course, well, that thing, habang nape-pressure sila, Hajizi here, mukhang sino-solo. Ang Lord, of course, Carl TZ will be there para mas mabilis naman ang pag-take down ng Lord natin. And again, Thomas here showing himself para hindi na ganong mag-overextend ang Happy Feet Emperors. And I think the best thing that they could do about it here is to get remaining minions sa pumupunta sa kanila and as much as possible, avoid, once again, gaya nasasabi ko, they have to avoid getting picked off one by one.
Indeed. Well, looking at the items here, ladies and gentlemen, Calamity Reaper and also Federal Heaven para kay Aaron dito on his Harith. But right now, just really looking for a nice angle to put down that Zaman Force to catch out the backlines. Pero ang sabi natin kanina, kung aatakihin mo yung backlines ng PLDT Smart Omega, sobrang mobile nila. Again, with the Claude, you do have the BMI, the Battle Meter image, to can easily jump around, and also the Order of Brilliance from Lunox. So he really needs to get that timing and also that proper engagement to deal damage.
And of course, Hazen, he's having that immortality for additional survivability, and the 6-man Lord mapupunta na dito. Let's see if they will be having a potential pick-up. Last Insanity will be used, pero mukhang walang matatamaan. Okay, let's 2, but still it's tanky. And of course, Kufra wins that knock-up right there from Heath na-cancel. And looky here with that blazing duet coming from Hajizi, just getting and shoving away the members of HFE. And with this, ladies and gents, mukhang tatapusin na ng PSO dito. And we will be seeing Heath in a very low health, pero ladies and gents, game number 1 still goes.
Yep. And that's a very nice jump there from the Kufra, from Heath.
Yes.
Again, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina eh. Kapag Kufra ka, meron kang option.
Yeah.
I-disable mo yung tank ng kalaban sa harapan or meron ka agad access na kumakuha ka agad yung backlines ng kalaban. At yun yung ginawa niya. Prioritize niya si Bruno, hindi niya agad pinagalaw. Kasi Bruno can easily clear out the creep waves with his criticals.
Yes.
And with that, just by killing the Bruno, you're securing that there's no way that Happy Feet Emperors can clear out the creep waves na paparating. So that's one of the best ways for you to end the game.
Yes, and of course, the Lord was still there. So, syempre, ang unang-unang magpa-prioritize ng HFE is to shove away the minions.
Yep.
And of course, to defeat that Lord. At PSO, knowing this and better, syempre, ipa-prioritize na nila yung mga squishy and of course, the damage dealers of HFE. And they did it very smoothly. And this, I can say, is a snowball game to the side of PSO.
I agree. Takita natin sa ating post-game stats. 10-1 4
Grabe.
para dito kay Carl TZ with the Holy Crystal, Divine Glaive, and also a Concentrated Energy. So with that Concentrated Energy, ano po dun sa mga steal niya ang taas ng spell bump dito ni Carl TZ.
But of course, bukod nga naman sa pagte-take down ng mga heroes, the turret damage is still very important. And of course, the MVP of our game is none other than Heath with his Kufra with a kill participation of 61%.
Wow.
KD8, 219. And the damage that he dealt, take note, he is as a tank support here, 23k, and the received damage is 42k. So I love the way that he's not really hesitating na going into the front lines para lang makapag-set up ng good team play for the side of PSO.
Ang lakas talaga ng participation dito ni Kufra kasi talagang hindi siya nagde-hesitate. Kumbaga, since the start minute, simula nang naging available in Tyrant's Revenge plus the bouncing ball, he's just roaming around the map, causing havoc all throughout the lanes of Happy Feet Empress. But then again, ladies and gentlemen, hindi pa rin tayo nagtatapos kasi meron pa rin chance ang Happy Feet Empress to even it out with the one more on, or will it be PLDT Smart Omega will go for a wipe? Malalaman natin mamaya-maya. Magbabalik muna tayo. You're still watching the biggest esports event in the country. This is the Nationals. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. At ito ang The Nationals. Kami pa rin yung magiging casters for our second game. Tall and Small Connection. I'm TDZ.
And I'm Saya.
At syempre mga kaibigan, talagang sobrang bilis ng game 1 natin.
Grabe.
Hindi ko napansin na ganun lang pala talaga kabilis kapag lahat nasa plano. Pati lahat nag-capitalize ka ng early game. But sure, for sure, mga kaibigan, Happy Feet Emperors, they still have a chance to turn this around.
Definitely.
Diba?
I think it's more on the adjusting on the drafting pa rin talaga. Because even if you had, let's say, okay, they have the Harith, they have the X-Borg per se, pero they have to also consider yung survivability ng PSO. Kasi napakarami nilang, 2 tanks. And then meron pa silang tanks.
Yep.
Plus the Claude to go to the backlines and the Luno. So you really have to consider on who to ban and to kung sino ba dapat yung pinaka-optimized.
Yung priority, no? Yung mga priority ng bans and
Siyempre.
picks nila. Kaya natin, adding to that, talagang sobrang importante talaga ng drafting dito, mga kaibigan. And again, one of the best ways for you to improve your drafting is to also watch the Nationals. And Happy Feet Emperors, well, for me, ang nakita ko na talaga dito is walang mali eh. Walang mali sa ginawa ng Happy Feet Emperors. It's just that laging nasusurprise sila. Nauunahan sila ng Tyrant's Revenge dito ni Heath, and it was a really spectacular Kufra plays there from Heath there.
Really? Kasi like, kung papansin mo kanina, in every angle that we go, there's always a team fight. At nasasaktuhan natin that Kufra always knocking up in a timely manner, regardless kung gaano man lang siya kalayo.
Yeah. Pati ang ganda ng pagkaka-follow up niya. Isipin mo, pagka Tyrant's Revenge niya, kahit isa lang yung tinamaan, lagi merong isa pang hero na tinatamanan tayo ng Rage. Ilang beses nangyari sa bottom lane, sa middle lane pati. At yung nahuhuli niya is yung mismo mga core heroes.
Yes.
And that's one of the reasons why na hindi agad nakapag-farm si Aaron dahil doon sa mga rotations ni Kufra.
Oh.
And they really know how to prioritize heroes aside ng PLD Smart Omega because as long, we've talked about this so many times already, na kapag si Harry talaga na-control mo ng early game, ang hirap niya mag-scale.
Yes.
Meron pa rin chance na magkaroon ng scaling properly sa mid-game, but yung hirap, yung oras na pwede ka mag-power spike nawawala unti-unti.
Siyempre, kasi yun yung pinaka-objective na ng enemy team mo which is to prevent you from having that time to slowly scale and to get that damage that you really need for your team na nagawa ng PSO against HFE. So makikita pa rin natin because this is not yet over. This is still game number 2. Happy Feet Emperors can still win this if they manage to plan their drafting initially. And speaking of draft, ladies and gents, we are on to our game number 2 drafting phase between PLDT Smart Omega and Happy Feet Emperors, and PSO this time being on the blue lane.
Yep, they have the first priority pick here, while Happy Feet Emperors, they have the possible dual combo picks for Happy Feet Emperors. But let's see, for sure, Kajaban sa side ng PLDT Smart Omega, they don't want to give that pick of capability since alam na natin na talagang nag-aral talaga, nag-review ng mabuti dito ang PLDT Smart Omega. One of the comfort picks of Happy Feet Emperors is with that Kaja and also with the Lolita.
Yes, and of course, again, for the side of Happy Feet Emperors, alam naman na natin na they will be banning out that Masha anytime soon kasi they know that PSO can use this efficiently.
Yeah.
And lalo na kapag pinabayaan mo to, it's going to be very difficult for your team at ayaw nilang maranasan yun. And again, so far, it's nice that they're taking time here this time when in terms of banning because this is giving them a good opportunity to actually counter kung ano man ang mabibigay ng PSO, and they will be banning out that Akai.
Yep. Again, well, with that Akai, you're removing the potential jump or that will disrupt your team fight, your momentum when it comes to team fight. Siyempre, ang Hurricane Dance na napakaling impact din niya. Nakita natin yan kanina na nagkaroon pa nga, madam, ng 4-man Hurricane Dance.
Yes.
Kanina, grabe talaga yung impact na yon. And also with the rotations, one of the best tanks who can zone out enemies is yung Akai.
Of course, and for the side of PSO, they will be prioritizing on getting this Hylos again. We've been saying it multiple times, pero kasi napaka-effective naman talaga ang Glorious Pathway, which adds up to regenerating HP and of course movement speed to engage or disengage in any team fight. And dahil nga na napili itong Hylos, of course HFE will be going to the other prioritized tanks, which is the Rock, and again still sticking to the export.
Medyo risky itong export pick dito ng Happy Feet Emperors kasi magiging open dito yung Harith, but
and Kufra.
And Kufra, yes. And right now, Kufra is already being hovered over by PSO, and they will secure it. So again, double tank plus a Tham's composition dito sa side ng PLDT Smart Omega, but still, in exchange of that pick, they will secure that Selena for Happy Feet Emperors.
But we will be seeing if this Selena pick will be worth it. Because take note, during game number 1, we've been saying that survivability is very important sa ating execution when it comes to the battlefield. And again, meron na naman silang double tank dito, which is the Hylos and again the Kufra. Na it's a similar situation nung game 1 pero ibang hero lang. So we will see if this will actually work out for the side of HFE.
And I guess Selena is also good when it comes to gathering information and also forcing your enemies to stay on the lane. Selena kasi, well, bukod sa roaming Selena, previously sa Happy Feet Emperors is ginagawa talaga nila yung static sa offlane. So with that, mapo-force yung kalaban na magstay doon kasi kapag ginamit niya yung kanyang Soul Eater, ang bilis niya makabasag ng turrets.
Definitely, and of course for the final bans of each team, it's going to be Granger for the side of PSO, and of course for Happy Feet Emperors is the Harith. And yun nga, like we've been seeing on the 4th pick for the side of HFE, it's going to be the Kimmy. So titignan natin kung kakayanin ba ng HFE dito because this is a good start. If let's say magkasama yung Kimmy and the Grok, they can be very good potential lane bullies here. So let's see if that could be an effective way for the side of HFE. And for the side naman ngayon ng PSO, it's going to be again the Lunox and the Claude. Gaya nga nasabi nila, no? Why would you fix something that is not broken? So at dahil nga naban lang yung Lolita, yun lang naman yung maiiba eh. And still with the same alternate, which is the Hylos, na parehas din namang tank, na parehas din naman na makakapagbigay sa'yo ng good initiation when it comes to team fight. And of course, lucky
Jawhead.
hero, Jawhead.
Jawhead pick
Oy.
dito para sa Happy Feet Emperor. Sabi
May
nga naman
magbabalibag.
natin. Oo, tol. Ano yan eh. Kumbaga, well, you can use it defensively or
Yes.
aggressively. Pwede mong ibato yung kalaban mo to get, or pwede, for example, which is the Kimi, which is medyo risky, pero tingin ko dahil dyan, kaya sila nag-flicker, which is, you can get, kung sakali magiging critical type ka na Kimi, mas madali ka maka-dish out ng damage kasi ma-slow mo siya agad with the Raptor Machete if they decided to go for the physical damage Kimi.
Yes.
And also, you can save your ally just in case na pwede siyang kung sakali may nahuli yung PLD Smart Omega dito. But again, mga kaibigan, sabi nga natin kanina na ang Happy Feet Emperors talaga yung maraming hero pool.
Yes.
Kasi sila nagpapakita ng Ruby, ng Hylos, ngayon meron na silang, Zas previously.
Zas is also, yeah.
And also right now with the Jawhead. But let's see if the draft is enough for them to win and also make a comeback para sa side ng Happy Feet Emperors. And PLD Smart Omega are quite ready with this draft. Almost the same draft as Game 1.
Of course, again, still going back onto the middle side, you have really no space to dilly-dally. At nang dahil nga dyan, we are seeing 3-man people of HFE dito naman sa gitna trying to pressure out and forced to tower hug itong si Lunox right here.
Early invade for
Oo.
Happy Feet Emperors, taking down the green and then transitioning now to the
Uy.
blue.
I'm liking the strategy here because syempre mawawalan ng extra resources when it comes to the side of PSO right here. And ayan na nga, going back dito. Ang ganda ng pagkaka-transition nila from the mid to the bottom side and actually cornering Hajizi right here. Hajizi uses his flicker. Oh, but look at that low health and that free hit off of first blood. Ang Kuya Maclod.
Ay, kitang-kita naman natin mga kaibigan, a very good example of that rotation. Happy Feet Emperor showing their prowess. Oh, Hayes with the Ring of Punishment, but Danielle is also there, really ready for them to push back Hayes just in case they decided to at least contest.
Yes, and with that, mukhang binabouncing mo lang ni Kuya Mojito sa Selena. But it's okay. This is a good thing for Happy Feet Emperors though kasi they took advantage of the lesser people from PSO dun sa may bottom side, which was not enough for PSO to have that kind of aid.
Yeah. At ngayon mga kaibigan, Abyssal Arrow, tumama dun sa may minions. But who will secure that one out? I think it will be Carl Teasy on the top lane and Hajizi. With this kind of rotation kasi since alam naman nila na since umikot dito si Carl Teasy sa taas, lilipat naman sa middle lane dito si Claude for them to get that XP. But looking at our minimap here in the middle lane, they might be able to catch out Hajizi. And this is what I'm talking about. Yung mga normal attack ni Daniel is a big possibility for them to take out that kill. Energy transformation plus the power of nature, securing that kill on Daniel. But the bird going way too deep here. He might be able to catch out Doggy as well with the slow from the Ring of Punishment plus the Law and Order plus the Tyrant Revenge. Order of Brilliance to secure that triple kill for Cartesi.
And that was a very good side para sa side of PSO kasi nabawi nila kung ano yung na-miss nila in the very first few minutes ng ating game.
Pati ang ganda ng pagkakaikot nila, na-punish nila kaagad yung rotations ng Happy Feet Emperors, getting that return kill. And Doggy here with the arrival, sinusunugin na si Cartesi at alam nila na walang Order of Brilliance. Pero nandun si Hit with the Tyrant's Revenge.
Okay, but still, Brilliance in the nick of time para hindi masalo ang ult ni Ate Mo Kimi dito. But again, they will be transitioning now to the turtle. And let's see, si Hayes at si Tito nagpe-face check, attempting to contest this turtle. And makikita natin, will they be... Oh, looky here, Vern uses the flicker forcefully para hindi siya ma-pick off. And with a knock-up here with Hayes and Doggy just trying to go back as much as possible. But then again, mapupunta nga sa side ng PSO ang objective. But up to what cost? Mananakap on both sides. Glorious Pathway will be used. Renegade will be free hit. And Hylos again getting another kill. But Vern will be having that tower hug. But that Lunox with the help of the Chaos Assault will pick off members of HFE.
That's a very good contest. Pero lumamang pa rin dito yung PLDT Smart Omega since they are able to take down the turtle side at mukhang si Aaron naghahanap din ng isa pang magandang angulo para makakuha ng Abyssal Arrow. Really waiting for the for a right opportunity though.
Ooh! Okay, looky here napunta, if I'm not mistaken, still kay Cartesi at, okay, going back here dito sa may top side though. Renegade was able to go and back up, but luckily nakapag-order Brilliance tong si Lunox to go to safe.
Yep, at medyo nahihirapan dito si Selena mag-farm at the moment. At ibang-iba yung Selena ng performance ng Selena
Yes.
from the previous series. But still, it's quite early, ladies and gentlemen. 3 minutes or almost 4 minutes in, equal pa rin ang kill counts. But when it comes to net worth, hindi naman siya ganun kataas, 1K net worth lead, but almost half of the components na yan para sa core items ng mga core heroes natin dito. Looking at the items right now here, I think Tham's already going for the Bloodlust Axe on top of the Festival of Blood. So, ang daming skill lifesteal, skill vamp para kay Kenji dito.
The thing about Happy Feet Emperors here is that they have to capitalize their early game advantage, and one of which is the Selena. Pero ang nangyayari, PSO is able to retaliate kung ano man ang binabato ng HFE dito. And, looky here, Carl TZ masa-stun. Doggy will that last insanity, ladies and gentlemen. Now, but that girl going for that shutdown, and Selena, syempre, to retaliate, gets another kill. But Kenji right here, napabayaan, and will be pushing this topside tower.
Ang ganda ng pagkaka-timing ng chain stun ng Happy Feet Emperors, but will it be enough though? Hajizi looking for another target here. Doggy will go down 15 seconds on the death timer. Daniel really moving alone here. Medyo yung arrow hindi tumama, but it is enough for them to push back Hajizi and not go for that initiate.
And meanwhile, we can see that Jawhead, pasimple lang din na split push dun sa baba. But of course, Tams know na any better at pupunta na dun. And again here, going back to the turtle side, Kimmy here starts already in attempt to get this. But Heath, Hajizi, and Carl TZ are there to face check. And syempre, pipigilan na makakuha ng objective take. And we can see here, mag-bouncing ball si Heath, but hindi umabot ang patakas.
Yep, perfectly timing sa kanyang power of nature para mag-proc yung ancestral gift dito ni Vern. Again, hindi siya tatama ng kahit anong CC. But with that, Carl TZ moving forward, forced to use the Order of Brilliance. Pero mukhang may arrow pa yata lumilipad, hindi tinamaan dito si Carl TZ. But still, the objective for both of teams will be this turtle.
Yes, and of course, we can see here that Hayes and Heath are trying to prevent ang objective take.
Lewis
Lunox
pathway.
will be going for that steal, and Heath knocking up Aaron here, and Carl TZ papunta na doon with the potential gears assault, but still forcefully able to go back.
Yep, and ang ganda ng wild charge dito ni Grok, disabling or canceling the cast animation of the Tyrant's Rage. Kasi kung sakaling nag-pull off yun, dalawa silang mahuhuli.
Tama ka dyan, Tol. And of course, going back here, both teams cannot afford another pickoff. But speaking of pickoff, si Rene J ay makikaya sa assault ng Lunox. But dito sa baba, again, Doggy will be there to back him up. But here, still objective taking for that Hylos and Claude. Mukhang inaalagaan na nga ni Hylos itong si Claude because which is very essential. And again here, Heath nakikita 2v1 dito with the help of the barrier measure, enough to actually give him a bit of the damage, but it's not enough to actually fill him up because again, he is a tank. And of course, Claude off-cam just killing that Kimmy away to Nizzer.
Mukhang delikado ang kalagayan dito ng Happy Feet Emperors. Unti-unti sila nakokontrol. Law and order and also the ring of punishment. Slowing down Doggy. Here comes Rene J. Again, napakagandang ejector. Pushing him in a very tight spot plus the last insanity from Doggy here. We'll be able to secure that kill. 8-8 ang score natin mga kaibigan, pero 5K na ang lamang dito ng PLDT Smart Omega. At si Carl TZ, again, taking all of their resources, the turtle takes sa side ng PLDT Smart Omega.
Yes, and again, PSO knows any better na they are the type of, they have this kind of composition na can still be advantageous even though the late game progresses. And you know that HFE is getting into a pinch kasi unti-unti na silang nakokontrol ng PSO dito. And again, masa-stun dito si Heath, but of course there will be no engagement kasi simply he's attacked. And again, going back, Kenji here just tries to harass and poke Vern to shove him back away doon sa ating middle side.
Pati ang ganda ng pagkaka-positioning taga dito ng Happy Feet Emperors with the Tyrant's Revenge.
Vern, that Chaos Assault will be used and to pick off again Grak. Ito na nga ba yung sinasabi natin na that's what Lunox is really vital here. Nabuburn niya kasi ang HP na meron si Grak doon.
Pati ang sakit niyan eh. Isipin mo yung damage ng Chaos Assault, nag-i-improve yan kung ilang bulitas na meron siya sa side ng Darkening. So kapag dalawa yan, mas masakit yung damage ng Chaos Assault. And with that, current moment, tingin ko medyo mabilis talaga mag-spike up yung power levels dito ng ano.
Okay, we are seeing right here, mukhang hindi mahuhuli, hindi manakap si Heath, but looky here, 4 members ng PSO ay nasa gitna rin. But again, they're still separate, still dispersed, and Lunox here just stealing. Uy! Hindi ko nakita yun, but again, going back here into the bottom side, the Claude still was able to free hit the Jawhead and again to push the bottom tier tower.
Bagal na ni Vern. Ilang stacks na siguro ng Ring of Punishment to. Sobrang bagal na kanya. Pati, si Rene J kanina sa bottom lane, he tried to use the Unstoppable Force, but unfortunately, Hajizi does have the Purify so he can easily escape and not giving any space at all. So ito yung risk talaga kapag Johead ka eh. Kailangan mo talaga sumulubsob. So kailangan you need to really position yourself properly na hindi ka mapapunish ka agad.
Ooh, speaking of punish, mukhang mananakap si Doggy but again, will be trying his best to shove. But Hayes here, mukhang he will take that damage enough para makatakas ang members ng PSO dito. Again, Vern, going for his very first kill, pero makunat pa rin ng Cartesi. Pero hindi maabot kasi Selena will be picking off that Hylos. And again, Heath here, wala pa rin nahuhuli. And that could be they have to disengage right now kasi -1 na sila ng members.
Pati ang hirap nun.
Yeah.
Kasi mag-shift yung momentum.
They cannot afford another kill right here kasi pwede ma-table turn ito ng HFE if they overcommit too much onto that top side.
Indeed. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, looking at the items here of Kimmy, he just recently picked up that Holy Crystal. So, hindi lang siya pwedeng, hindi lang siya sa physical damage nagre-rely, meron na rin siyang damage sa kanyang energy transformation. So, I think he's already going for the Raptor Machete. He's already building it up, finishing it up. Kaso magiging problema dito is they really need to find that right timing na makapag-free hit dito si Kimmy for him to be effective.
Nakita mo yun kanina, kamuntikan na si Claude matamaan ng araw ni
araw.
Selena. Buti lang it was an inch na hindi umabot because he kind of like he went there sa mismo direction ng arrow. But that was a good choice because they are in a very good position to go for this Lord as si Hazen doing a very good job to zone out the members of HFE.
Pati ang ganda. At ito mo, ang bilis mabasag kaagad. Si Hadjizi with the golden staff, pumuputok literal ang physical attack ni Claude dito. And again, another objective will be taken by PLDT Smart Omega. Nice wall there, but it's a surprise!
Oh, looky here, tatakbo, tatalon, pero ayan na nga si Doggy, try again to shove away the members of PSO, which is a good job. Pero again, we know that PSO has this patience. So it doesn't really bother them kung mapupush nila away because they can go for another reset and again, go for a potential team fight.
Yep. Pero ngayon, medyo naghahanap ng magandang timing ang dalawang teams dito since they knew that the Lord is already marching into the bottom lane. Doggy, without the Firago armor, giving him a little bit of opportunity to run away. Oh, yung backlane dito si Kenji. Napakaganda ng ejector.
Mahahagis pabalik and that is what we need for Jawhead right here. Kailangan niya lang mag-pick up one by one for the members of PSO para maikot nila ang takbo ng momentum na ginagawa nila. And again, but of course, the Lord is still here. It's still added pressure for the side of HSE. And unless na makahulset magandang pick-off, it's going to be very difficult. But again, speaking of pick-off, mukhang may na-disengage kanina.
At mukhang the Lord has been taken out. A little bit of damage for this tier 3 turret in the bottom lane. But si Doggy, last insanity na forced to BMI para kay Hadjizi. Hayes trying to follow it up and Heat as well, showing that he already used his Tyrant's Revenge. Holy Crystal as well forward to Selena. Hayes taking a lot of damage though. And here comes the energy transformation from Danielle. The HP, or rather the SP is not enough. So Hayes really tanky right now. I think he haven't updated or upgraded his elegant gem yet. Ito na. May Clock of Destiny na dito si Hayes with his high-low. So unting minuto lang hinihintay niya for him to get another 300 HP on top of the Clock of the Destiny. So ang dami agad, mas puunat siya habang tumatagal yung laro.
Yes, I like the way that PSO is actually dispersed here para makapag-apply ng pressure to both top, middle, and bottom turret. But at the same time, I think it would be very more effective for them na if they could go together for that team fight. Kasi kung napapansin mo, they are slowly being picked off if magkakahiwalay sila. And again here, we saw that the Lunox was stunned by the arrow. But it wasn't really enough to engage a team fight. And speaking here, si Kenji mag-isa lang dito. And I think like what I've been saying kanina, it's best na magsama-sama ang PSO dito if they want this job done. But again, HFE still doing a good job defending the remaining turrets that they have.
And as we can see right now, ladies and gentlemen, ang isa sa mga nangyari, yung pagiging pagkaparehas ng Game 1, Game 2 natin is talagang iniipit ng PLDT Smart Omega dito yung Happy Feet Emperor sa loob. At habang nangyayari yan, well, meron silang arrows, but this is what they're waiting for. Kapag yung arrows tumama sa kampi ng PSO, hindi yung hinihintay nilang opportunity to strike back eh.
Kasi they know na mas matagal silang magsusurvive.
Yeah. Ang laki talaga dito, ng challenge for Happy Feet Emperors right now. But still, ladies and gentlemen, there's still a big possibility. Kahit nga si Kupra, tinatangkin niya lahat ng damage. Even
Kamuntikan na siya makulong
doon.
Grabe, dahil if nakulong siya doon, it could be a potential. Kahit sabihin natin may immortality siya, it can be a good -1 trick off for the side of HFE. Pero, but then again, they have to be very careful. Kasi PSO, they're still, inihintay kasi nila na magsimula ang HFE kasi doon sila makakabawi.
Totoo yun. Kasi ang riskiest dito ng PLDT Smart Omega na kapag sila ang nag-engage, malapit dun yung turret.
Yes.
And kahit gano'n ka kakunat, pero pag nakailang hit sa'yo yung turret, lalambot ka pa rin. At yun din yung hinihintay ng Happy Feet Emperors dito. As you can see, really kudos for Happy Feet Emperors right here, really patiently waiting for PLDT Smart Omega to make a mistake.
Yes, but
Pero,
up to what extent ba
Up to what
sila
extent, that's
maghihintay dito? Kasi sooner or later, something is bound to happen here that can be in the favor of Emperors or not so much. Pero makikita pa rin natin dito, and again, the Lord, makikita natin sa ating baba ng screen, is already spawned. And again, of course, PSO having this map control, aabusuhin na lang dito. Because Hajizi is already in position to take that Lord. And HFE knowing this, papunta na sila doon. But then again, the Kufra and the Lunox are here to zone out while Hajizi prioritizes that Lord.
At mukhang malapit na yata mawala. 50% HP ang Lord dito, mga kabig. Si Doggy taking a lot of damage though. And yung dalawang tanks ng PLDT Smart Omega is just zoning the rest and pushing back Happy Feet Emperors, not giving any opportunity for them to contest the Lord. Pero nag-reset ang Lord natin dito, so they still have another chance.
But it won't really stop PSO from getting it again kahit na-reset. Because take note, nasa kanila pa rin ang map control.
Yep.
And the patience that PSO is giving against HFE is just surreal. And he's right here knocking up Doggy para mabounce yung ball. And of course, to zone him out once more. And again, na-reset muli. And it was a very good job for the side of HFE. But up to what cost? We are seeing right here right now, Doggy, Burn, and Aaron into the glorious pathway. But right now, we can see that Heat sinastan niya ang Kufra. But that Lunox here gets a killing spree. And again, Kufra, konti-unting pinipick up ng PSO ang members ng Happy Feet Emperors as they disperse here to and fro. And again, arrival for the Hylos to get that top tower. And here, Johed, mananakop muli ni Heat. And again, goes for that kill.
Ang ganda ng pagkakabato niya ng Spell Curse, slowing down Renegade. At nung tumama yung Spell Curse, nung na-slow siya, tsaka niya binato yung kanyang Tyrant's Revenge. And this might be it. Ladies and gentlemen, PLDT Smart Omega looking really good right now with the 2-0 sweep against Happy Feet Emperors, getting the 3 points away from them.
That was a beautiful performance for the side of PSO. You know that patience is there. And ang maganda kasi doon na, for the side naman of HFE, no, they did a good job defending. I mean, pinatagal nila eh. And the fact na na-reset nila almost twice yung Lord take ng ating PSO, it just means that even though na lugi sila in terms of survivability, meron pa rin silang laban doon.
Meron talaga silang laban. Talagang na-capitalize lang talaga na secure ng PLDT Smart Omega dito yung early game at nahihirapan talaga umikot yung Happy Feet Emperors for them to make a comeback. And let's check our post stats for our game 2 for our last series right now. Carl TZ again with his Lunox. Almost the same build-up, pero may nakako agad siya ng Genius 1 plus the Queen Wings, gathering 12,300 net worth sa side nila. At yun mo naman yung items dito ni Hayes. Clock of Destiny, again, ang sakit ng damage niya. Meron pa siyang additional slow coming from that yung last item niya. So, ang laking factor kagad niya. Kapag nakalapit si Hayes sa'yo, pwede agad siya sumalubsob at pwede siyang agad siyang mas slow yung mga kalaban. Which is really difficult for them to run away.
Yes, and of course, the MVP of our game is none other than Carl TZ with a kill participation of 71% sa kanyang Lunox. KDA niya 812. So, makikita na talaga natin na alagang-alaga siya.
Yep.
And of course, the damage dealt is an astounding 56k.
Wow.
At ang na-receive naman niya in return is of course the 41k, which is kind of like mas marami pa rin yung nabigay niyang damage eh.
Pati ano kasi niya eh. Well, one of the reasons why na sobrang taas ng damage taken niya is kaya niyang i-sustain.
Yes.
Kaya niyang i-sustain with the concentrated energy and also with his first skill. Sobrang dali niya. Yung Starlight Pulses, ang dali niyang mag-regen ng HP. So he can just always contest every single skirmishes. But later, then again, ladies and gentlemen, this is our third series. We will have another interview for the MVP of our Game 3. Don't go anywhere. Magbabalik kami. You're still watching the biggest esports league in the country. This is the Nationals. Don't go anywhere.
And we're back now here in the Nationals, and alongside with me is Carl TZ from PLDT Smart Omega. Good evening.
Good evening po.
Okay, first question. Gaano ka-effective ang arrival kay Lunox?
Sobrang effective niya po, lalo na po sa mga safe lane ng kalaban na nagsosolo lagi. Yung puro farm po, pwede mo po siyang patayin ng mabilisan. Yun po.
Second question is, nung first conference kayo ang champion. Ngayon, ano-ano yung mga gagawin yung steps for you to be the champion again?
Siyempre po, ngayon po, pinaghahandaan namin lahat ng kalaban. Tapos sinusurpresa po namin sila sa lineup ng PLD Smart Omega kasi iba-iba po yung naglalaro. Yun, pwede po namin gawin advantage yun sa kanila. Yun po.
How do you guys practice anyway?
Gawan ko po dun eh. Minsan po may scrim rank. Tapos kung sino-sino lang po naglalaro. Kung sino po yung palaroin, dapat ready.
Okay, for the last question, medyo personal to, kapatid. Okay, nasabi mo sa akin, nagsimula ka maglaro ng Mobile Legends nung 14 ka pa lang. And now you are 15 years old. Isa ka sa pinakabatang professional player sa mundo ng ML. Pero, nasabi mo rin sa akin kanina is nag-homeschool ka. Paano tinanggap na magulang mo na at a very young age, you are playing at a very high na liga sa bansa? Not just here in the country, sa labas din ng bansa, mga kaibigan. And ano sabi ng mga magulang mo?
Siyempre po, nung una po, ayaw po nila pumayag kasi baka daw pong pabayaan yung pag-aaral. Tapos yun po, pinatunayan ko po sa kanila na hindi lang tong ML para mapabayaan yung studies ko.
Okay, anong gusto mo sabihin sa mga magulang mo? Sa magulang mo ngayon na talagang pilit na sumusuporta sa'yo araw-araw?
Thank you sa magulang ko, mahal na mahal ko kayo. Thank you sa suporta.
And again, that is Carl TZ from PLDT Smart Omega Everyone. And again, they just won their game, mga kaibigan. And sobrang salamat sa mga nanonood. And syempre, to cut everything off on Casters, let's go.
Thanks so much, Vil, our courtside reporter. Kami nagbabalikan
Yes.
tall and small tandem. Ako si TDZ.
Namse.
At syempre mga kaibigan, this is our first 2-0 sa ating day 4 ng Conference 2. At titingnan natin ang ating standings. We do have PLD Smart Omega now gathered 3 points from that series, now standing tall at the first spot.
Yes, and of course followed by LPE. Now, even if it's a 2-1, they still won their series nonetheless with that, garnering 6 points. And of course, followed by Bren with the same 6 points. And of course, Suha Execution Punishers having 5, the same thing with Signal Ultra Warriors. And of course, Happy Feet Empress having that 3 points. And finally, STIE Olympians with 2 points.
Yep. At syempre, score system natin, kapag naka 2-0 kayo, 3 points, 2-1, we will get 2 points and the loser will get 1 point. And the top 4 will advance to our playoff, which is really soon. So, sobrang bilis lang, madam.
bilis
No?
nga
Sabi
eh.
mo, day 4 natin kaagad. So, kakasimula lang natin. And for our day 5, though, we do have our match schedule with you. We have STIE Olympians versus Happy Feet Emperors for our first match. And we have Suha Execution Punishers and
Yes.
Laos Auto Group Playbook Esports Eagles for our second match. So, dalawa lang ang match natin.
Dalawa lang ang
para
magiging
bukas.
matches natin. And yes, of course, that's like best of 3s pa rin.
Mhm.
And I'm really excited na talaga.
Pero tingin ko talaga ang ganda ng ginawa doon ng Happy Feet Emperors. So parang na sila, nabigla lang talaga sila na ang bilis ng transitioning ng PLDT Smart talaga. Pero syempre, tol, good job, good luck, have fun din as well. And that's a 2-0 win para sa ating last series. At syempre mga kaibigan, let's give thanks to our sponsors. The National would like to thank Paymaya, our official digital payments partner, and be sure to also watch the broadcast of the Nationals on Pay TV at One Sports and EGG Network via Signal TV, and on Free TV at 5 Plus via ESPN.
Yes.
And also our social media pages. If you haven't liked and share our stream yet, go to fb.com/PHNationals, and also on Twitter at twitter.com/PHNationals, and also on our Instagram at
The same.
instagram.com/PHNationals.
Yes.
At madam, isang magandang mainit na araw naman bigyan natin sa ating mga
Yes.
viewers ngayon. At syempre mga kaibigan, for more, if you want to watch the whole series for day 4, you can check our VODs, which will be available in a few.
Yeah.
So again, madam, meron ka bang mga
That's it, of course.
insights natin dyan? So ito mga kaibigan, kami magpapaalam muna ngayong gabi at magkikita-kita ulit tayo bukas. Same time, alas 4 ng hapon. Still, this is the biggest esports league in the country. You have watched the Nationals.